Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and today I am coming to you with the end of the year superlatives tag. I was tagged by Zether Books to do this, and I think this tag was originally created by the book Olive, so I will leave both of their videos in the description down below. Anyway, the whole point of this tag is to answer these questions based on books that you read in the past year, so in 2016. So the first question is most likely to be in the movies, the book that you think would be the best movie. So my first kind of idea for this answer was Truth Witch because the whole time I was reading it, I kept thinking I feel like I'm reading an action movie when you're not supposed to read an action movie, you're supposed to watch an action movie, because that whole like book is just full of fight scenes and chase scenes, and I'm kind of like, this would make us so much of a better movie than a book. But I think ultimately there is a book that I would like to see a movie of more, and that is Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. I mean, generally, like, fantasy books are not made into movies that often unless they're like a huge phenomenon. But I think that this would be such a good one because it would be so cool to see this world and these characters on screen. Question 2 is biggest drama king or drama queen, the most overly dramatic book or character. And I have to go with Anne from Anne of Green Gables for this one because she is really overly dramatic, and sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes it's like not. But I've really been enjoying reading those books, and it was actually my first time reading this series, so I think it's pretty awesome. But it's pretty interesting, especially for the time period that those books are from, to get a character who's that dramatic. I feel like that's really the only answer I have for this. The next question is best dressed, the book with the best cover, and that has to go to The Last of the Fire Drakes, because this cover is freaking gorgeous. It's so shiny and so beautiful, and sometimes I seriously just can't stop staring at it. It's so freaking cool. Question 4 is most creative, the book with the most unique plot, characters, or structure. And for that, I have to go with Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. And this book it just takes place in such an awesome, unique world. It takes place in this Middle Eastern / also Wild West type world. And magic, there's sort of magic as like a background part. And it's just so cool. Number 5 is most popular, the book with the most ratings on Goodreads, and I'm really not sure about this one because I'm not gonna just look at every single book that I've read this year and see which one has the most ratings on Goodreads, because that just seems to me like a very silly thing to do. So I really have no idea how to answer this one. Number 6 is most likely to succeed. The book that is going to be appreciated for many years to come. And for that, I have to go with Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. And part of the reason why, like most of the reason why I think that I will appreciate this book forever is just the fact that it has to do with two girls falling in love in a world where, in like a fantasy world where that's kind of the norm. And it's pretty typical for people of the same gender to fall in love, and so I really appreciated that about this book so much. And also just the fact that it mixed two of my favorite things, fantasy and girl meets girl stories. The next question is Class Clown, the book that made you laugh, and this hands down has to go to The Haters by Jessie Andrews, because this book was so funny. I was cracking up at every dang thing in it. It's basically about these three kids who meet at jazz camp, and just they get kicked out of jazz camp and they just suddenly go on tour when they've only ever had like one practice together, and so they don't even have a band name or anything. And obviously, since they didn't book a tour in advance or anything, they're literally just driving around looking for places to play. And since they're no kind of established act at all, they literally just get the shittiest gigs the entire time. And it's like such a funny like coming of age story in kind of this like hilarious tone that reminded me of Youth in Revolt and all these other like funny books that kind of capture the teenage voice. And so I just loved the crap out of this book. I finished it in a day and I was just cracking up on every page. The next question is most improved. The book that started off slow but really picked up. And this definitely goes to Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier, because this book started off pretty slow because we basically it starts talking about this girl and her 6 brothers and all this stuff and just bloody bloody, and it doesn't really pick up at all plot wise until the evil stepmother gets involved and everything just goes insane. So basically though, this book ended up being super good by the end, even though for half of it I was kind of okay, whatever, yeah, okay. Question 9 is cutest couple in a book, and that has to go to Vin and Elend from the Mistborn trilogy. I thought that they were a really awesome couple right from the time that they first meet, and you don't think they're gonna get, I didn't really think they were gonna get together. So yeah, just right from beginning to end, I really liked them as a couple. Question 10, the book that broke your heart. And this is a book that I really it's the last book in a series, and based on the books that came before it, I really did not think that I would feel this way about the couple in this book and what happens to them, but I really did, and it made me really sad and melancholy, and that is the Rise of Endymion by Dan Simmons, and this is the 4th book in the Hyperion Cantos, and basically, even though I completely saw it coming, what was gonna happen, it didn't even matter. It's still just oh my god. That is it for the end of the year superlatives tag. I don't know who I'm going to tag to do this. I did not think of this beforehand at all. I guess I will tag, Vanessa from Paper Fairy and Mel from Books with Wings if you guys haven't done it. I don't know. I did not think about who has done it or anything already when I was thinking of people to tag in this, because I completely forgot to think of people to tag in this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!